future of, like Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm curious, just as a fan, would you like to see it be rebooted or revived in like the Halloween version where it's like a big budget type of legacy? Or do you think it should go to like an indie filmmaker or like something a little bit more experimental, something a little bit more unconventional?
Well, I certainly think that they should reboot 3 because they could do a kind of 3 has a sort of previously on Nightmare on Elm Street sense to it, and it reunites everybody, and it is the fan favorite. I think if you took a poll or a vote, you'd find out more people like Dream Warriors than any other film. So it's a good script. The original script for that is terrific, and if you look at who wrote it, it's like those people have Oscars now. I would love to do a cameo in it, maybe switch genders and play the Priscilla Pointer, Amy Irving's mother's role, the sort of skeptical, cynical therapist who doesn't believe they're all having a common dream, a dream in common, a nightmare, a collective nightmare. Nightmare on Elm Street is one of those films that does, in fact, beg for the new technology. The dreamscape, the landscape of the mind is such a ripe place to go with CGI. I think that would be fun. So that would require a bigger budget, not Marvel level budget or effects, but I think imaginative. I'm no fool. I grew up in Hollywood. They remake everything, and they're going to remake it sooner or later. And I think one of the tricks would be to find one actor that can go the distance, play Freddy over and over again. But on the other hand, if you did have a big budget, I've always thought all people know about Freddy Krueger is that he's disfigured from burns. He wears a hat. He has a red and green sweater on and a claw. That's all they know. They don't really call it a fedora, I don't think. They don't go into great description of the claw, the glove, or the sweater, other than maybe the stripes. So the sweater could be a cardigan. The hat could be an old frayed baseball hat. The claws could have huge blades on them, like Wolverine, or little tiny sharp nails on them. We don't know. Freddy could be taller. Freddy could be older. Freddy could be younger. Freddy could be shorter. Freddy could be fat. And everybody that has heard the legend, the myth, the story whispered about the locker room or at the sleepover party that hears about this Freddy Krueger who killed children. And, my mother heard and she said, and I heard daddy say, and blah, blah, blah. Now they've heard about it. Now they're infected and Freddy's in their subconscious. And when they fall asleep, he can enter them. But they only know those basic facts. So they could imagine a different Freddy. And then we would maybe reveal at the end the sort of Uber Freddy that's controlling all of these dreams. But it's their subconscious that manipulates the image of Freddy. So you could have half a dozen Freddys, actors play Freddy, which would be fun, I think.